So our next guest is Mazen, and he's joining us to talk about Cardano Millions. This is a lotteries protocol that is building on Cardano, and this is always an interesting one because people are interested in these lotteries and how they all work, and having this on chain with a really good random generator is probably what you really need for these lotteries to really work. So, Mazen, welcome to the show, and your time starts whenever you're ready.
So our proposal is about lottery game, and we are developing this lottery game on Cardano. So, as you mentioned, the most important thing is the ability to generate a random number on the blockchain. So that is so important for different reasons. So let's dig deep into the details. So welcome to Cardano Millions, where we are bringing innovation to the world of lotteries through the power of blockchain technology. Now, this project implements a lottery game on the blockchain using Cardano and Plutus. The game utilizes smart contracts, NFTs, and a random number generation mechanism to ensure fairness and transparency. Now we are using the NFTs for multiple purposes. One of them is that the lottery tickets are actually NFTs, and then these tickets can be transferred or tradable on any NFT marketplace. And then what's the problem with the traditional lotteries? So traditional lotteries often suffer from concerns related to transparency, trust, and fairness. With Cardano Millions, we address these challenges by harnessing the immutability and decentralized nature of the blockchain. So participants can now place bets, compete for the jackpot, and redeem their winnings securely. So the problems: lack of transparency, restricted access, high running cost, low price values, and most important thing is the ability to manipulate the random number. So in a traditional lottery game, uh, you need to trust the lottery operator that he is not pre-calculating or manipulating the random number, which is really a concern. So the significant concerns surrounding fairness, transparency, and integrity in traditional lotteries may lead to participant hesitancy and doubts about price authenticity. So what's the solution? So the solution is to use the blockchain, and specifically Cardano blockchain. So with the use of blockchain, we can guarantee decentralization and security, and we can guarantee also fairness and transparency. So everything can be transparent on the blockchain. And the most important thing is the decentralized and transparent true random number generation. So what we are developing is a decentralized way to generate a random number, and it's purely on chain. So no one can manipulate this random number, and no one can pre-calculate this random number. And plus we have global accessibility, since the Cardano blockchain is can be accessed from anywhere in the world, so it's global. And we have also larger and more transparent prices. So Cardano Millions is reinventing the lottery industry with fairness, security, and transparency. And our platform uses, as we said, blockchain smart contracts and NFTs to redefine the lottery experience for players. So how Cardano Millions work? So it's simple. You purchase tickets, which are NFTs, with ADA, the native cryptocurrency of Cardano. We use the smart contracts to secure the jackpot and betting process, ensuring fairness and transparency. And we use the NFTs to validate the authenticity of winning bets, guaranteeing the rightful redemption of winnings. So as you can see, there's no lottery operator. Everything is automated on the blockchain. So the users are running the game, and everything, the whole logic and security is on the blockchain. So what are the benefits of Cardano Millions? We have diversification of pools, increased chances of winning. Since we have diversified pools, we can increase the frequency of these bets, and we can create small pools, we can create large pools. So a lot of diversifications, which help us increase the chances of winning. And also fair distribution of prices, enhanced security and trust, global accessibility, community engagement and participation, and transparent governance model, and empowering decentralization. So in conclusion, Cardano Millions goes beyond being a simple lottery game. So it's a transformative experience that embraces fairness, transparency, and inclusivity. So more than that, the random generation mechanism is not just exclusive to our project. So it will be available for anyone to use it on the Cardano blockchain for any purpose. So actually our project is two parts. There's the lottery game and there is the random number generation. And here is our roadmap. There's more detailed roadmap on our official website. In summary, first we will develop the smart contracts, then the backend, design cloud infrastructure, and the backend, then the front end, the user interface, and testing, auditing, and fixing bugs, and finally launching and deployment, which include marketing and also the initial jackpot to be won. So this is the link for our proposal. So support us and thank you.
Brilliant, Mazen. Keep that screen slide on as well. Pretty much spot on time as well. So good on you there. Now, I do have a couple of questions, and just a reminder, if any of our panelists have questions as well, please feel free to chime in. Now, my first one here is now you're making that random generator for the community. Is that going to be open source? Is it? Did you tick that particular category in your proposal?
Yes. So all the on-chain code will be open source.
Brilliant. It's always good to have more of those contracts and whatnot open source. Now, do you have developers ready to go to build the smart contracts? I'm assuming this is all working with smart contracts.
Yes. I'm a developer myself, and we are total five developers to do the project. I will be responsible for the smart contracts and the random generation design, and it's the design from a draft perspective. It's complete. So we have a solution for that. We want to make it live. We want to finalize the project. That's the idea.
Okay, brilliant, cool. So it's pretty close. That's good, really good to hear. Now, I saw the timeline was it 28 weeks to get this all delivered? Is this for two parts of the proposal or just that one?
Yes, that's everything, but that's the upper limit. So we may finish it before.
Okay, cool. 28 weeks, not too bad either. And the amount of the funding that you required, I saw 200,000 ADA. It's 57K. Is that again for both?
Yes, the total is 200,000. Yeah, for both. So the project, everything. Total is 200,000 ADA.
Okay. All right. My last question for you here. Now, I'm pretty sure you answered this one, and it sounded like anyone could, but I just want to make sure, can anyone start their own lottery on the platform? So I can create a Learn Cardano lottery or something and raise funds for a charity or something.
Yeah, it's possible for anyone to create a pool. Remember, because anyone can send anything to a smart contract. So you can send with the right datum and it's a pool. So anyone can create his own pool with his own conditions and settings if you want, and the probability for winning, for example, the size of the pool, the period of the pool, and then this will create diversification of pools. And
Okay,
also you can create your own pool that reference another random number generation. So you are not obliged to use our random generation mechanism. This will create more flexibility.
Interesting. That's really interesting. You could use a random generator that's a little bit worse or keeps on picking the same numbers. It's an interesting mechanic there that you can use in the platform.
Yeah, but the good thing that everything is transparent, so the user can know if you are trying to fake a random or for example use unfair random number, the user can know because he can verify everything is on chain.
which is a whole part of the transparency side of things. Now, I've been told that it's actually hard to generate a random number. It's there's scripts and stuff to do it, but like a true randomness is like a computer science problem that people are constantly working on. Is that correct, or am I just hearing some strange things?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Because the Cardano blockchain is, we call it deterministic. It's not something easy to generate a random number, but we are using a smart way to generate this random number through time. So we are using different variables that it's hard to determine, and these variables we will generate the random number from them. And also the users, every single user would inject like an arbitrary data. By this mechanism we will be generating the random number. So there's two important factors: is the inability to pre-calculate a random number and the inability to manipulate the random number, and both of these are guaranteed in our design.
All right, brilliant, Mazen. That's pretty much the end of your time as well. So thank you so much. Again, I'll put all the links and everything in the show notes so everyone can find a little bit more about this lottery platform. It sounds pretty well built as well, pretty well designed. So I'm interested, and hopefully we see this one live on the Cardano blockchain too.
Yes, and one final thing, we have an experimental design that is already open source. So it's not production ready. It cannot be used for production. But the design, the experiment is open source. So it's like a proof of concept.
Cool, brilliant. If anything can be shared, that'd be great to see as well.
Yeah. So everything
Okay.
is in our proposal link. All the links we have.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, we also have our last guest. Now, because this isn't live, I can let him in easily. Just 1 second, guys. And you can end your screen share there too, Mazen.